It's an important game, this. Liverpool need the 3 points just to be able to, have a little bit less.
The only team to win here as visitors in the last 44 matches in this stadium. Routes as a diplomatic decision by Liverpool designed not to inflame local 10. Captain of Red Star has won the toss there, James Milner, captaining Liverpool tonight, whose family fled the Balkan Wars, became a World Cup player for Australia. 5 changes.
Not taking any chances. Sometimes they can get a little wild. Times.
Mane's got in behind here. Rather caught up, and then Milner couldn't control his shot, which ends up in that huge expanse of an area behind the goal before you get to the very noisy crowd.
Yeah, I think there's a good understanding between these two. Wonderful ball from Robertson to pick out the run of Mane.
In the former Chelsea man with the cross in, Van Dijk winning the header. And here's Mo Salah getting involved straight away after Van Dijk had won that header. Cut back towards Mane. Here's Salah to cut this one back towards Sturridge. And belted over the bar in the end by Alexander-Arnold.
Yeah, I mean, it's a cracking ball in from Salah to give Sturridge the chance in the air. And on the follow-up, difficult when you're trying to catch them first time as you run onto them. And saw that from the right back then. Just cut across it.
Good ball there towards Cernic from Ben Naouan. It's an easy save in the end for Alisson.
Yeah, well, he was just put under a little bit of pressure. Likes to kind of drift into those positions, Marin, and he certainly did, Alexander-Arnold, but there's no power on the shot because he's basically distracted by Milner's presence. And that's the
5 changes tonight. Here's Salah. Referee's seen a free kick. 4 in the last 4 games for Mo Salah. He's quietened all that talk that he's not the same player this season.
Yeah, it's a handball that went against him, but what I like about him, Ian, is that
Mane threads it through. And on the turn, it goes behind as Sturridge tried to make amends for his earlier miss.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's really well worked by Liverpool, who are now posing a real menace to Red Star. But I thought, in the end, the ball should have been played back to Lallana, who's basically on the edge of the box. Look at him, he's pointing where he wants it from Sturridge. And Sturridge...
And he found Mane, who skips away there, electric pace, and surely a chance for Sturridge, who will feel he should have put that away.
I'm in shock that he's missed it. I'm finding it hard to believe. I've just seen it, but I'm still finding it hard to believe that he fired that over the crossbar. Lallana did brilliantly earlier in that move. Robertson didn't get enough on it, but it didn't matter because it still falls perfectly. And even though it's bouncing, Daniel Sturridge.
Once again, Marin with the outswinging corner. Bouncing around dangerously and hooked over the bar by Savic, the captain.
Well, I think Liverpool can be relieved that it fell to him, a centre-back, who's not kind of used to being in that position. I mean, his turn was very good once it did drop at his feet. But when he needed to just show a little more composure and get over it, he kind of had to snatch at it, and it was wasted.
With the corner kick. And this time, they do take the lead. And it was Pavkov who won the header. Was that goal coming? There have been a series of corners, and Red Star Belgrade are ahead. Bedlam in Belgrade. Goal, I think Jovancic was back there, helping out. And then wide of the post from Lallana.
Yeah, it just got a little deflection, and that's why he's so annoyed. And just prior to that, it was Wijnaldum who got his head to it.
Salah with the corner kick. Liverpool looking to cut back into the danger area. Salah with a wild slash at the ball, really. Don't forget tonight, Tottenham against PSV on BT Sport 2 HD and 4K as well from 7 o'clock. And across our networks, you can also catch Inter Milan against Barcelona, Atletico Madrid against Borussia Dortmund, and Napoli. An advantage played by the referee. Stojkovic with the cross in. And nervy. Been sloppy really so far. Pavkov again, fancying his chances, and scoring again! 2-0! Well, can you believe this? Talk about a story of the unexpected. A shocking goal from Liverpool's point of view, because they surrendered the ball so easily.
Well, what a night it's turning into for him. Milan Pavkov. This is incredible, and Liverpool were extremely careless, and then he just basically was afforded the time to tee up the shot. But once he got that chance, I mean, what a hit this is. Absolutely superb. Wijnaldum.
Stojkovic. Good looking cross in towards the near post.
And round, well, we saw it was given away and then just poorly defended.
This is Sturridge looking for a solo goal. Good run from him.
Yeah, well, there's just a look of disgust on Alexander-Arnold's face because he wasn't fed. He's just standing there waiting for the ball, and I think Liverpool can be smarter in that area.
Here, quite a lot of it deflects behind. It could have ended up anywhere. Hit the top of the bar. Firmino plays it. This Van Dijk again. I think Liverpool, with the amount of goals they... Gomez has gone to right back. Ben Nabouan tries to get his shot away, bounces around dangerously and to lay it back towards Wijnaldum. Player goes down. It's Ben Nabouan, isn't it, who's going to stay down as well. Do anything they can, of course, to break up the play, the rhythm of it all.
Yeah, just kind of hit him in the body and making the most of that. Just playing on it. Ben Nabouan, because it just...
Milner to play it in, the goalkeeper says that's fine. See, that's important to the coach's thinking. Threaded through here to Lallana to this game. As Milner plays this one in, Van Dijk looking to attack it. He's never scored in the Championship. Here comes the corner kick. Salah. Oh, my goodness me, off the woodwork and away.
Well, that's unlucky because he didn't have much time then, Mo Salah. He had to get it under control quickly and get the volley away. And he's just caught the outside of the upright.
So close here.
Yeah, he's under pressure and he knows it has to get something away. That's very...
Salah. Bit of room for him to get the shot away, deflected. That was a good save in the end by Bojan.
Yeah. I agree. I think it has taken a little flick on the way through from Mo Salah. And I suppose it helps him in that it's come back towards him and his movement across the goal.
Reached Firmino, back in again, Salah this time! And again, they got the block, and it still might block for Firmino. And, well, it seemed there were 3 or 4 little moments there for Liverpool, but Red Star came out on top of the argument again.
Well, they did. It was Mo Salah was the one who seemed to have the best pop at it, but Rodic, he got mixed up with Bojan, and they had a moment of panic.
Lallana for the cross in. There still might be something. Ben Nabouan brought that down very well indeed. And Gabeljic again trying to reach it on the back post. A rare foray forward in the second half.
But you said it, that ball from Pavkov in midfield was wonderful just to keep the whole momentum in this attack. And when it looked as if it was going to fizzle out, it wasn't the worst ball across from Širnić, but it just gave Gabeljic too much to do.
Room here for Roberto Firmino to stand it up to the back post, and the header lands on the roof of the net from Virgil van Dijk.
Yeah, Gabeljic did just enough to prevent Van Dijk from being able to get over the header and actually knock it down, keep it down. Watch him, the standing right back, you know, he just made it hard, and the ball as a result maintained its height. And the danger.
Joe Gomez's long throw goes a long way. Matip was there, couldn't direct it goalwards.
Well, that's why he's got his hands on his head, because had he got a little more on it, he could well have been the man to get Liverpool back in the game. And by the time, you know, he's glanced it and Salah got on the end, I mean, the angle is just so acute, very difficult for him to even think about squeezing it past Borjan, and he couldn't.
And there'll be another stoppage in play here for a Red Star player to pick up some treatment.
Anxious. The gum is getting chewed a little faster.